Will housing prices drop in 2023? This is a very common question that I get in my business. It's an excellent question if you're looking to buy or if you're looking to sell your home. You want to know what you're in for. What is the 2023 housing market forecast? Are home prices crashing? Are we going to see a housing bubble 2023? Let's chat a bit about this in today's video. There has been a lot of shifts in the housing market recently. Mortgage rates rose dramatically last year, having a huge impact on people's ability to buy a home. And after several years of rapid price appreciation, home prices finally seemed to peak last summer. These changes led to a rise in headlines saying prices would end up crashing. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know how I feel about this and why I feel the way I do. We definitely aren't seeing the buyer frenzy that drove home values up during the pandemic right now, but prices have been relatively flat on a national level. Lawrence Yun, chief economist at the National Association of Realtors, NAR, doesn't expect that to change. He says home prices will be steady in most parts of the country with a minor change in the national median home price. You might think sellers would have to lower prices to attract buyers in today's market, and that's part of why some may have been waiting for prices to come crashing down. But there's another factor at play: low inventory. And according to Yoon, that's limiting just how low prices will go. He also says, we simply don't have enough inventory. Will some markets see a price decline? Yes. But with the supply not being there, the repeat of a 30% price decline is highly, highly unlikely. As you can see in this graph, we've been at or near record low inventory levels for quite a few years now. The lack of available homes on the market putting upward pressure on prices. Bankrate puts it like this: the ongoing lack of inventory explains why many buyers still have little choice but to bid up prices. And it also indicates that the supply and demand equation simply won't allow a price crash in the near future. If more homes don't come on the market, a lack of supply will keep prices from crashing. And according to industry expert Rick Sharga, inventory isn't likely to rise significantly. I believe that we're likely to see low inventory continue to vex the housing market throughout 2023. I want to go into this in a little bit more detail. Even agents and brokers get this wrong and really don't understand. They say, we have low inventory levels, we need more listings to meet buyer demand. Here's the thing, it's not just low listings. Sure, that's an obvious part, and that is what the chart we saw earlier is really showing. The true problem, however, is that we need more housing being built. Take a look at this chart. It shows the number of single-family housing units that were completed each year. You can see up to 2008, there was an average number of annual units completed to keep up with demand. That 2008 number rings a bell. The housing crash of 2008. Yeah, that's right. That happened and builders drastically decreased the number of builds that they completed each year. They basically just cut it back for 14 years straight. 14 years of low, under the 52-year average number of builds. Meanwhile, population was increasing. Millennials, the largest generation, was approaching home buying age. So builders underbuilt for 14 straight years, and now when that generation is well into home buying age, we have this constant problem of lack of inventory. This lack of inventory, which is playing right into supply and demand, is keeping prices where they are. This chart shows that in 2022, builds actually hit that average of annual units completed for the first time in 14 years. But that 14 years created a shortage of homes needed to fulfill the current housing requirements. Now this chart shows the number of homes each company is forecasting that the housing market is short because of those 14 years. With Realtor.com estimating the housing market being short 5.24 million homes, and even the lowest estimate is short 1.6 million homes. Keep in mind these are national numbers. So will housing prices go down in 2023? Will home prices crash? This chart shows the estimated national price performance from December to December that was forecasted in Q4 2022 by the Home Price Expectation Survey. It was predicted that overall nationally we would see a decrease in pricing of 1.61% in 2023. But in 2024 and beyond, we would gradually increase back to the normal average yearly appreciation levels. Currently, sellers are under no pressure to move since they currently have plenty of equity right now. That equity acts as a cushion for homeowners, which lowers the chance of distressed sales like foreclosures and short sales. And with many homeowners locked into low mortgage rates, that equity cushion isn't going anywhere soon. So this is adding to the low inventory levels a bit because homeowners who have that 2 to 3% interest rates on their current loans don't want to move due to higher interest rates. So what is the 2023 housing market forecast? Will we see housing prices drop in 2023? Yes, probably a pretty small percentage. What are the housing market predictions for 2024? Likely we will start to see an increase in appreciation to cover the drop from this year. And going forward, what is the real estate forecast in the next 5 years in the US? We will likely see positive yearly appreciation levels at more normal average appreciation levels, somewhere at like 3 or 4%. Let's take a quick look at what that would look like if you purchased today. In this example provided by the Q4 2022 Home Price Expectation Survey, let's say you purchased a $400,000 home this year in 2023. And in 2024, your home would depreciate a small amount in this example. In 2025, you'd realize the appreciation gained in 2024 and the home would be worth more than you paid for it. And then again, in 2026, you'd see a $17,000 gain in appreciation, and it continues. This survey shows that in 5 years, with that initial loss of $5,000 in appreciation, you'd have an appreciation of over $54,000. So what do you think? Do you think it's a good investment? Now people might ask, why don't I just wait until 2024 to purchase? Well, you could, but in the meantime, you're losing out on equity gains. What does that mean? Well, in this example, it's only showing you the price appreciation. It's not taking into account the equity you build. So from 2023 to 2024, you're helping someone else build that year of equity because you are paying rent rather than paying towards the principal balance on your own mortgage. You can take a look at my video here on equity for more information. But basically, equity is the difference between the market value on your home and how much you owe on your current loan. So every payment you make ticks away a little bit towards your principal balance, and that goes towards your equity. Every little bit goes towards your equity. So if you bought in 2023 and you lose that little bit of equity in 2024, that year you pay towards your principal balance on your mortgage is adding a little bit of equity to that potential growth in household wealth, in addition to that $54,000 in price appreciation. A lot of people expected prices would crash this year or a housing bubble 2023 thanks to low buyer demand, but that isn't happening. They estimate that we would see a decrease in pricing of 1.61% over 2023 and then begin to see positive appreciation starting in 2024. So will we see home prices crash? Very, very unlikely. Why? Well, like I said before, there aren't enough homes for sale. Until we see the increase in building new homes start decreasing the millions of homes we're short, we will likely continue to see appreciation at more normal rates, not these crazy appreciation rates, more normal appreciation rates. So what are your thoughts on this? Was this what you thought was going to happen to our real estate market, or were you influenced by the scaremongering, clickbait headlines of the national news articles? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and share. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.